Hi friends, Robert here for Diverse Opals. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And I want to give a thanks to all of those of you who have been subscribing and those of you who have been leaving comments. It's actually quite encouraging. We try to give you a variety of information with regards to opal. And today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. It's, I guess we can call it a bit of a challenge. And the purpose of this is that for people who may be starting out in the opal business and can't perhaps afford to buy an expensive drilling machine for doing carving or for doing processing of boulder, especially if it's boulder that has thin veins of colour and you need that drill and you need to use diamond burrs and compounds to finalise the stone, and maybe you want something that's a little bit different. This is something that we're going to try. It has all seems to have all the features that would exist as a drilling machine or a carving machine, except it is used in the nail industry for doing work on people's nails. So we're going to trial this particular item, and we're going to unbox it and we're going to have a look and see what the features are of this particular machine. Of course it comes with all of the information with regards to the instruction of how it all works, but it's quite well packed. It comes with a small box of burrs, which would normally be used for your fingernails. I can see some of them are diamond, some of them are aluminium oxide, which actually are no good for opal. Silicon carbide and diamond is preferable, so some of those can be used. And then we have the unit itself, which looks okay, and we've got a foot control as well. So it seems to have all the features that perhaps we might be looking for in a drilling machine or a carving machine. And this one is 240 volt, as we would expect here in Australia. Maybe you're in America or somewhere else where you've got 110 volts. But according to the manual or the leaflet that comes with it, this particular unit ranges up to 20,000 RPM. So let's have a bit of a look. We're going to connect it into the output, which is here in the front, and we'll just put this into here. So, and we will plug it in. Okay. Taking this, actually there's a little reject an eject button on the back here that actually pops this out, and there's your handpiece. This looks like a normal handpiece that you'd expect with a unit for carving. We can see the straightforward list of buttons on the front here: on, off, speed control, and forward and reverse. And forward and reverse can actually be of help to some people, depending upon whether you're left or right-handed. So let's turn this on, and immediately we've got level 1, and as we press the button, you can hear it getting faster. It's not very loud, so it goes up to 8, and I guess 8 being top speed, which is 20,000 RPM. So let's go all the way back to the beginning and turn it off, and we'll have a look at the way the diamond burr will in fact sit in there. The obvious, let's have a look here, there's no obvious locking for this. If we look at this as a handpiece, quite often you'll see some sort of a locking tool on here. This one obviously does not have the locking tool. And it may be for the convenience of operators of this when they're doing nails, that it is in fact a push fit. It's firm, it's going in, and there it is, it's secured in place. So there is no locking tool. Now whether or not this is going to be a problem when it comes to actually applying pressure to the stone, we will find out in due course. But we'll just see once again. It's running quite well. It's not too bad. There's a little bit of run out in this. I can see a little bit of run out, which means it's not running entirely true or perfectly true. But for perhaps something that can be used as a budget tool for doing stonework, it may suffice for you. So the next thing we'll do is we will go to the workshop and we will have a look and see how this operates or performs with grinding stone. So let's go to the workshop. Here we are in the workshop, and what we've got is I've got my regular diamond burrs ready to go, and what we'll do is we'll run this through perhaps a good trial just initially to see what I think of how good this system is for actually holding the burr. And I've got a coarse burr here. This is quite a coarse burr, and as I made mention before, this is actually just a push-in fit. It is a firm push-in fit, and it stops. I am going to do this exercise dry, so of course I'm going to be using a mask. So we'll start out. I'm going to turn the unit on. The unit's running, and it's on. For some reason it starts at number 4. I don't know why it starts at level number 4, but that's okay. There's a little bit of vibration in the handpiece. But let's just see how it responds to just grinding. Well, we can see there's plenty of action going on here. No problems removing that sandy ironstone. So I think that's okay for this particular purpose, which is good. It's not slipping. I was thinking that maybe this push-in fit may not be good overall, but I'm happy with that type of response. So I think if it works in that manner, I'd say it's probably good for all the stages. But let's just go through the processes of actually processing a piece. And we're going to get ourselves a piece of boulder. And this one here's got some colour. So this will be a good starting point for us. It might produce a nice stone. So we'll start with this medium grade burr. And we'll start to take away the ironstone that is sitting on top of the opal, and we'll work our way through the stages to get a final result. It's a little bit different to my regular artiste machine that I use, but I think it's not too bad. As I said, these are not intended for working with stone, but you can find them at reasonably good prices in the marketplace, and if you're a beginner, this may work for you. This isn't a flat piece of boulder. It's got a few dips and curves, and this is where some drill work will be essential to getting that full use of your material. So let's have a look and see how the stone is progressing. It's even without the water, I can see that it's quite stunning. Some very beautiful colour here. We've got a little bit of white here. There's probably not a lot we can do about that. That's just the character and nature of boulder. But what I'm seeing at this end here is very beautiful. We still have a little bit of dirt, little pits intermittently throughout the stone, and there seems to be enough depth in that particular opal that I'm going to try and take it all out. It just seems to be so apparent that the dirt is in fact just sitting on the top, and I will keep going with this, and I may even be tempted to go to the finer grade a little bit sooner, just to try and preserve this, because although we do have colour to play with, if we can keep that depth, and this is a beautiful piece, keep that depth of colour there, the more we take away, the more we lose that depth, that identity. So the next stage I'll be going to is with a silicon carbide rubberized abrasive, and what I've started doing recently is actually using petroleum jelly as a lubricant. And so what I just do is just take a small amount of this with a toothpick and just smear it over the surface. I think it actually helps with the processing of the opal. I have experimented with doing it dry, and this has perhaps been my more recent attempt to try and find something that's better. You know, we always try to achieve something better or a faster way of doing it. This is what I'm trialing at the present, and we'll see how this turns out at this particular stage. So I'm just going to up the speed a little bit. I was working on number 4, I'm going to go up to number 5, and because I actually find that working with these rubberized points, that speed actually is important. So that's what we're doing right now. With regards to the performance of the machine, it's not unlike what I've been used to using. As I said, there's a little bit more, I can feel that the hand piece is a little bit more, perhaps not as smooth, but everything is relevant to the price. And I'd consider that nail drills can be expensive but also can be cheap, and this one that I'm using is in fact a budget model. You can in fact find them on our eBay page. Well, we're back from the workshop, and as you can see, we've been able to cut a very beautiful stone. Unexpectedly, actually. This was about trialling a nail drill for polishing opal for drill work. As an assessment on the drill, I would say that it's not as good as my professional R2's 2000, but you can see we've been able to achieve results. Now, these types of drills are available on the internet. We have some ourselves. There are limited numbers, and when they're gone, they're gone. But from the point of view of a beginner, this may be an option for you. So consider your options. You can see we've got results, and I hope that what I've done today has been of help to you in being able to find perhaps a budget model, an entry model, or something that will suit you. I hope that you'll continue to watch our videos. Leave a comment if you like. We'll do our best to answer it, and appreciate the comments that you are leaving. I'm Robert for Diverse Opals. Thank you for watching.